We are the Hankies. This is our Stollery story.
Cohen is a little quiet. He is a little more reserved. Kiki here, she is silly. She's a little bit silly. She's a little bit loud. And then we have Harper. She's the most determined little one that we have. Tell them what you are.
I'm strong, and I'm brave, and I'm kind.
And that's Harper. When she was born, suddenly I noticed as a mom that something was off. We had went to the pediatrician every week to see kind of what was wrong. And as she was going along, she was losing function. So losing muscle, she became even more floppy than when she was born. Eventually she had gotten sick with RSV, and it ended us in the Stollery emergency room. She was promptly brought up to the PICU, so the pediatric ICU, and we were there for the following week.
After that, it kind of solidified for us that there was something else with Harper that we had to investigate more. We finally got a diagnosis on Harper for having spinal muscular atrophy type 1.
Spinal muscular atrophy, initially when we got diagnosed, was the leading cause of death among infants under the age of 2. So at that time, it was a terminal diagnosis.
Given the diagnosis, head home and just spend endless days and nights researching, looking, finding out what's available, what's coming down the pipeline for new treatment.
They had just created a gene therapy for spinal muscular atrophy by chance, and we were eligible for it. However, at a price tag of $2.8 million, we as a family could not afford that.
We noticed there was a few other children in even North America that started fundraising for this big price tag medication. We aren't a family that likes to ask or have hands out for anything. We're pretty private in what we do. That changed pretty quick when we realized it was our only option. So we, mainly Amanda, started this big endeavor on fundraising this $3 million during a pandemic.
What?
Can I push you?
No.
I still feel so indebted to people because they didn't need to help and they didn't need to reach out and they didn't need to throw their own fundraisers for us so that essentially Harper can live as normal of a life as she can. 1 week we had 18 separate fundraisers. Like the amount of money that we needed was incredible, like it was enormous.
The pharmaceutical company that had this gene therapy available was also releasing 100 free doses. We got Harper's application in at the last minute. And then we just kept fundraising because we didn't know what we were gonna win. Fast forward to October of 2020, 2 things happened. We had an angel donor call a foundation, and they called us to let us know that we had an angel donor that was gonna top off our fundraising efforts to buy the gene therapy for Harper. We also got a call from Harper's neurologist saying she won the lottery for the treatment. It was great. We didn't have to go through fundraising or an angel donor. That angel donor was actually able to forward the funds off to another kid in Canada that had the disease and get them treated that way.
And then life was as good as it can be. But then there was another treatment, a third treatment. We had talked to our neurologist. We had brought up all the information. We brought up all the documents to say kids in the States are now on this dual treatment, and we were hoping that we could get on it as well. He never said, yes, we'll do it, or no, we won't do it. They very much put the time and effort into researching, into making sure it was, in fact, the best decision. After he talked to some colleagues in the States, he gave us the green light, and he fought with us, and we actually lobbied the government together to get her on technically a third treatment, but she is currently on 2 treatments because the first one is no longer active. I think you should buy a Mighty Million lottery ticket because like us, you'll never know when you'll need it. We will never move away from Edmonton because of the resources here. For us, it's now a safe space. And so we appreciate everything that goes into there. Be mighty.